Thank you, Despina. Thank you, everyone. Hello again. We talked this morning, so I'm back here. I think Despina can now take a break. So I will have this short presentation of our courses, of this course particular for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll dive deep into my own session. I will present myself. So this is our session, our new course, actually, Becoming an AI-ready product leader. And I would like to include what this course will have, and so you can participate. Reminder, again, this is a QR code for both my course and John's course. Ioannis, John, same thing. Just follow this. You also have this on the back of your card. Feel free to register and join the waitlist to be announced when we have the courses online. So, this course is split into three sections: introduction to product management, building AI-powered products, and product management with Gen AI. It's connected flawlessly with what John said, so you can take one by one. Of course, it's a different audience, but if you do this course and you understand the product perspective, then you can go and actually build the Gen AI product, which is awesome. And we have hands-on exercises here. We'll talk about that later on. So let's see what the course will include. About the intro in AI product management, you'll have product management fundamentals, roles, skills, processes, and this is around AI, because we know product management is a craft that is out there for a while. We'll discuss that later. And then we will see a brief deep dive into AI. The models, generative AI, machine learning, copilot, agents, agentic, bias, everything else that we have here in AI. We'll talk about the human factors in AI, how this affects, how we affect actually the AI, and the role of the human for the people, with the people. Just a disclaimer here, some of the things that we say here will be presented on the lab following this introduction. We'll deep dive in the AI PM role and the skill set we need to have to be a great leader, let's say, in this area, in AI. And finally, some key AI metrics and technical concepts on how you can talk with engineers, with the data, with the teams around you. Just a reminder, this is about product management. We have the building AI-powered products, the AI product development lifecycle as a whole. This is also something that we will cover in the session, in the lab session after that. How AI builds the documents, talks with the people, makes all the iterations, the experimentation, the entire lifecycle until it actually releases, and then you iterate, and then you learn again. We'll talk about strategy in general, combining with AI, so how you power your strategy with all the data you have and how you move the needle, how you move forward your entire team and your entire organization. We'll talk about AI agents, the concept of AI agents, their model behind this, and how you can leverage them to give value to your product. Copilot and the product uses. And finally, how you can create your own AI PRD. It's slightly different from a traditional PRD. It's more of a living document in different aspects. But yeah, this is part which will actually help you in the exercises. The third part is product management with Gen AI. We'll dive into generative AI. I know that many of you might know about this, but this is fundamental for the course. We will make this separation between generative AI, discriminative AI, and how we use which technology for which purpose. Some common generative AI models, which you might know, but we will dive a bit deeper. How we test and how we experiment for our MVP. What's our MVP? How long will it take to build an MVP, internal iterations, alpha, beta releases, and learn, and all these feedback loops, how we avoid everything that the speakers before me mentioned hallucinations, biases, everything like that. And we'll finish with two sections. One section is about prompt engineering for generative AI, with the tools and the logic to actually test and see if this makes sense, if this gives value for your product, and how can you use pre-trained models and their capabilities. We'll finish with hands-on exercises, either first PRD for AI or plan a generative AI-based product. So if you have developers in your team taking John's lesson about building, you can collaborate with those developers by planning this, so you can plan together. This is the course. Again, I remind you to scan this QR code. I don't have it again here. But yes, thank you. So we wait for the next section to come here. It's me again. Okay. This is our, sorry, wait. Yes, this is our AI session. You're supposed to have me here, but I will just stand here. This is me. From insights to impact, supercharging product development with AI. This is a longer session, more of a lab session. We know that it's not actually a lab because it's very democratic. I'm here with a microphone. You don't have anything. But we'll find ways. So just to begin here, course disclaimer. This is not a full course. Okay, these are some information that we can share for this short section that you have here. And it's adjusted for you. Okay, so we don't cover the full extent. So you might have comments saying, hey, this is part of the truth. We need to deep dive more into a section. I know, yes, you're right. We can just fit as many as we can here in this section. So what we'll talk about? We'll talk about product development fundamentals, what's product development and how we connect the dots. We'll make introduction to AI models. Again, we know that you know about this. You heard about some AI models in the beginning, but for me, it's like having the baseline to know how to communicate, and the product discovery in the AI era. This is the part one. We'll have the break. So here is a break, and then we'll have part two, human factors in AI, the AI PM role and skill set, how you can grow, how you can learn, besides being here, of course. Mindset in building a copilot from the product management perspective. And finally, how we can help our team with the right metrics, with the right needle movers in our strategy. But first things first. Let's introduce ourselves. This is me. My background is engineering. I was working as an engineer for a few years back, but then I loved product more, and I switched to product management, both product owner and product manager. So I started drifting away from engineering, but then I got back. Right now I'm like a hybrid. I work on both product, data, and engineering, so I bring teams closer so that they can work and actually produce value for the teams and for the company that we work on. I'm part of the product community since 2018 here in Athens. I'm a product trainer again with this scheme here, and okay, had at some point in my life tried to take a certified product owner. That was very good, but yeah, okay, there's evolution, and now we are here. So let's get to know you now. How many software developers do we have in a room? All right, nice. Thank you. This is nice stretching, actually. You're going to sit here for a few minutes. How many AI engineers do we have here? Okay, right. Nice. How many product owners do we have? Great. Nice. There's a pattern, actually. For some reason, product owners are together. Engineers are together again. That's good. How many product managers do we have? Okay. We have more engineers than product managers. That's nice. So engineers try to learn about AI models. Product managers try to know what engineers want to know. Okay. How many technical PMs do we have here? Do we have any technical product managers? All right. Few. Okay. Some are more reluctant. We don't judge. It's about technology. It's okay. All right. The million-dollar question right now, how many AI or data product managers do we have here? That's good. Very few. There's a course. All right, we don't transform people. There's a process, of course. So nice to meet you all. Thank you for being here. Okay, this pattern of raising hands will continue for some slides in the next part. So that's good exercise. You went well. Thank you very much. So let's start with product development fundamentals. And let's see, where do you stand? All right, because in product management, I was thinking of adding this Venn diagram of UX, development, business, you know that? Everything combines in the middle. We don't have to add so many dimensions because with AI, there are many more. So just say engineering and product. So to really understand the AI product management and product manager role, it's important to understand where do you stand in this axis, let's say. So if we say product owners, where do they stand? Usually, okay, this is a question mark, but I will not try to raise your hands right now, but usually product owners are closer to the engineering, usually, right? I'm going to use the word usually because I want my life here. I know there are some product owners, but usually the product owners are more to the engineering part, so trying to translate what the business, what the product managers trying to develop, and actually translate them to tasks. How about the product managers? Okay. Product managers are closer, just one step away, let's say right here, one step away. Disclaimer, second disclaimer, this depends on the company. Different companies have different roles, different product managers, different product owners. There are companies that I know that are using product owners as product managers. There are companies that product managers actually do the product ownership. So I know that you know that I know that you know. This is getting interesting right now. Where do technical product managers stand? Right? Technical product managers are like product managers. But why we call them technical? They're not engineers. They used to be, perhaps. It's about the segment. Where do they actually work with the products? What are their users? How they understand engineering on the back, and how they release things that make your platform better. So technical product managers might have expertise in building products for engineers. Okay, you're still a product manager. You have still users who are out there using an interface, but it's for engineers, so you know their world better. Technical product managers might work in platform domains. If you know about team topology, you might know that there is the platform domain or the horizontal thing where you might be building identity management, security, perhaps DevOps, SRE. Okay, so you have all of this. And the next million-dollar question, I have many $1 million right now. Where the AI product manager stand for here, right? That's something that we will discuss, right? We'll find our place in the universe. Let's distinguish first. All product managers are not business. Okay, I say this with every good intention. Product managers are not business experts, okay? I don't know if they're supposed to be or not. My preference is that they shouldn't be business experts. Basically, when I hire people, I mostly see the product craft, and then the business expertise comes second because, okay, I know that he has made all the necessary miles, kilometers on the same industry, which is good, but I'm interested in the craft. So, although there's a thin line between business and product, and the product manager, in my thinking, is to know the craft better. And the industry, you learn about it. You learn the craft as well, but this is how you begin. So here, you must be business aware, not necessarily business expert. And the same comes for the technology. This morning, we had guys from Miro, from XM, talking about all these AI models. Okay, talking about the technology that there is beneath that. And I would like to make a sort of an example how you should see these technologies, how you should see these roles. Imagine you have a football team, right? Every player is like a model. Okay, every player has unique characteristics, plays in the same way, okay? They know how to collaborate with their players in the vicinity, okay? So you have multiple players, so you have multiple AI models, you have multiple technologies. What's the role and the goal of the coach? The coach might hire the top players that play perfectly, right? But the role of the coach is to actually learn those players to play together with a single goal, to win. Okay, so as a product manager, your goal is to work with the people around you and the technology around you to win. Whatever win means in your own context, in your own company. So this is very important. We saw before an evolution of the AI models. I want to see here an evolution of the product craft, because every time we discuss, we say that product management is about being more, having more experience. Okay, and to know that, hey, I was a journalist back in the day, so we had product managers in the world like before 2000, physical product management at the moment, right? No internet, there was some internet. But then we had our product owners about 2001, along with Agile, okay? And then we had digital product managers, because then more software, more internet. And then we had the technical and data specialization product management right now, right? And then we have deep specialization by type, by channel. You have financial product managers, banking product managers, marketing, retail. There are many vertical product managers. And then we have our era right now, started 2022, 23, and we have different specializations. Right. So the question here is, what's the skill set? Is it outdated? We said that the standard skill set is like this: backlog management, roadmaps, prioritization, stakeholder negotiation, user discovery, market analysis, design. That's a huge list that I always have to check when I try to hire someone. Okay, so many things. This is a generalist, which is good because this is what I'm after. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. But right now, this has a shift here. We have some standard skills, so usually the soft skills, business acumen, technical fluency, user-centric thinking, communication, collaboration, and of course, execution and delivery. Not hands-on, but you know what I mean. But then we have expertise. If you're a technical product manager, if you're digital marketing, user growth, and now we have the last one, to know the technology. Everything good so far? That's a short story for AI product managers. The other day, it's good to be an AI product manager. We were testing an agent with my team. Nice and easy in the beginning, until we started asking things. Actually, it was an AI agent with RAG/knowledge augmented generation. We tried to train our model, to add some data. It was all wrong. Nothing worked. We tried this for 2 or 3 days. That evening, I slept like a baby. I woke up every 2 hours and cried. I know. It happens. Okay, let's go through the baselines right now. So we're not engineers, okay? We are product managers. So we have to know the players in the team, as we said before, in the football match, okay? We have to know Ronaldo, we have to know Messi, we have to know everything, everyone who is playing on which position. So just a brief of the AI technologies that we work with as product managers. We have machine learning. You know machine learning. Algorithms that learn patterns, from data, okay? And make predictions. We have deep learning, which is different. It's a subset of machine learning with neural networks, okay? Vision, speech, language. We have LLMs. I'm sure you know about LLMs. You're using them every day. If you don't use them, you should. I don't know why you're here, but I guess you're using them. We have computer vision, like interpretation of input. Like Puya before, he actually showed himself on an image that AI generated, but he actually allowed AI to take a look at ourselves, himself. We have NLP to understand what we are saying, because in our agent, they couldn't even understand our dates. We're saying April 21st, 2025. I don't know him. So yeah, we had to adjust some things here. We have speech and audio recognition and audio processing, how you can convert speech to text, because right now all the agents can hear what you're saying. We have knowledge graphs and symbolic AI that you actually saw earlier with the previous talks. And we finish with the recommendation systems. Okay, I'm moving a bit faster here because I want to make more focus on the next slides. And generative AI. Okay, these are the technologies. As I said before, our goal is not to know the exact technologies. We have engineers for that. A lot of people raise their hands. You should work with them. Our goal is to understand what we have in our team. Okay. Now, product discovery in the AI era. We had product owners, product managers raise their hands. So I guess you know what product discovery is. But for those that you don't, which is a new term, I would recommend to start reading this book. And again, we have stretching now. Who has read the book? Nice, okay. This is a nice book for product managers. Marty Gagan is very good at selling, which is something very nice, at selling product management in general. The Silicon Valley Product Group, I highly recommend, okay? How to create tech products customers love. And of course, there are more in this line of products, of books, sorry. So this is one book. I saw a few of you have read it. I'm not sure about the second one, which is this. How many of you have read this book? All right, okay. We'll have to focus on product discovery then. All right, this book actually was by Teresa Torres in 2021 about product discovery, how you actually run discovery, how you learn what your users want, what's best for your company, okay, how you run your interviews, how you have all the product habits that actually make your role worth it, okay? And actually says that it is a habit, it should become a habit to be a product manager because you have to talk with the users on a weekly basis. Just hey, hello, because you get used to that. These are all, and there's a parenthesis here, there's a different book. I'm not selling books, I'm just saying for reference. a nice idea. There's another book, it's called Atomic Habits. Also explains why habits are very important. Have you read Atomic Habits? Perhaps we have more here. We have some more. Okay. Anyways, yes, Atomic Habits in combination with this book, yes, you understand why Aristotle speaks about discovery habits. So, product discovery. Where are you? So now I added more lines. Okay. This is where product discovery happens. And if you remember from the line with product managers, where do they stand, it's very close. Okay. Actually, they should overlap. Because the product managers should have the entire product discovery. Okay. And now we have a PRD, which is a product requirements document. Okay, I know that you know, okay. But this is the work of a product manager very, very early, and this is why we are here in the first part of the session. Everything was introduction for that. So, this is the timeline. Okay, this is a timeline of a product development lifecycle in the beginning. So we have 4 different stages. We have problem framing here, which is basically a big one, and we actually discover which problems do we have. Everyone has problems. Which ones are we going to work on? We have the second part, where we discover from those 10 problems we have, we will work on 2 of them. And then we have the solution framing. Okay, from those 2, or perhaps it might be 1, depending on how many teams you have to build your own solutions. Okay, define the solutions you want. And finally, you have the delivery. Then you push it on the engineering team. Perhaps in design, it depends on where you involve the design team in this process. So here we have the opportunity trees. Do you know about opportunity trees? Let's see how we work with opportunity trees. Right, opportunity trees is a way of actually listing our opportunities / problems, meaning potential improvements for our product. We need to build a new AI agent, obviously. We need to solve the churn problem, or we need to increase the average value of the customer, like earlier we heard from OPAP. You have many opportunities. Okay, and you create a tree, you try to add value in its leaf, and then you choose. So from this, you don't have a document just yet. You just have the tree. Perhaps if you work on Miro, if you work on another different collaborative tool, this is decision in the beginning. And then, this is where you create your PRD, okay? The problem framing. And you actually have all your ideas into a document, which includes a lot of things. And then you keep writing the PRD. And then you ship it. Somewhere here, you have the final version, okay? And actually, the development team gets what they have to do. So this is where the magic happens. This is where this will focus here. And I can try to relate this with double diamond framework. If you know, do we know double diamond? Have we seen this before? Okay, great. So this is about scoping. Here, when you see the lines expand, basically you grow the scope, so you see the problem. So if we correlate this with this pattern here, so the discovery here is this one, where you actually increase the scope. You try to find the problems. Then you try the PRD. So you say, okay, 10 problems, and then I have 1. Perfect. Let's go with that. And then you try the experimentation and the solutions. Okay. And finally, you have the delivery. So a PRD might have the problem framing, which is a problem opportunity statement, audience. We have rationale, success metrics, and then we have the solution framing. Proposed solutions, in and out of scope, what it should include. This button, not the other button. This screen, not the other screen. Okay, and we have dependencies, risks, and the delivery plan. This is where product discovery happens. And finally, we have the 6 questions for the PRD. What's the problem? Who has the problem? When does the problem occur? Where does it occur? And finally, how manifested and why the problem is important. This is the role of a product manager, again. Why are we saying all this? I know it's a long time discussing about product, because here there's a tipping point. And this is the difference between product managers and AI product managers. Okay? This is here. This is a tipping point. Do we know what might this be? This is the feasibility. This is a game changer. When I added this, it was more colorful, but that works as well. This is the game changer for the feasibility for the AI product management, and this is where we should focus as product managers, and this is how we collaborate with every team around us. Okay, so we have feasibility for the traditional teams, traditional product managers. You have to check all the constraints: technical feasibility, operational feasibility, legal, compliance, time feasibility, financial, data, and then you see, okay, we reduce scope, and so on and so forth. Because, let's be honest, no engineer will come and say, you cannot build this. Everything can be built. The question is, how much? How much time, how much data, how much time for the legal, how many of everything. Okay. But for the AI product managers, the feasibility is different. It's more complex, more probabilistic. It depends. Let's say. It depends on data, uncertainty, explainability. So you have all these unknowns that you have to take care of so that you actually say, hey, this is successful, this is actually working. Okay. So the feasibility checks, you have to build uncertainty. Usually, a traditional PM knows what's the scope. But for the AI PMs, there's uncertainty. What if the model does not perform? What if the newest version or a previous version performs differently? As we said before, if you increase the version of the model, it might have 20 times the cost, but will be 20 times better. You have the data needs. Usually, a traditional PM might have some data. Right now, of course, we are all data-driven, decision-driven based on data. But for the AI PM, if you don't have the data, you have nothing. So it's like a zero-day blocker. You have the tech stack. Okay, these have been there for, I don't know, hundreds of years, okay? For many years, you know that. But for the AI PM, we have, like we said before, this is why we present all the models. You have the AI models, you have the embeddings, vectors, GPUs, NLP, LLM, you have everything. Do you know how this works? This is new technology in the last 10 years. APIs, databases have been there for ages, literally. We know how it works. We have the iteration cost. Usually, the traditional PM knows, debatable. I'm not saying anything about velocity. I'm not saying about estimation. I know. You don't know. But it's more predictable. For the AI PM, it's not very predictable because you have to have experimentation cycles. You have to have human in the loop. Okay, Mike said in the beginning that you might build something in one day. It depends. If you have ready models, if you have ready assumptions, that's okay. But if you don't, if you are building a new thing from scratch, because you have your own vertical, because you have your own knowledge, if you have your own actions that the model can take for you, okay, how do you actually build this? You have legal and ethics. Back then, actually, not back then, with a traditional PM, you have the legal team work with this, but right now you have bias, explainability, hallucinations, you have misuse, you have many things here to take care of. And this actually connects with the next part, the UI design. How do you explain to the users that this is good or not? Okay, it's like the fine letters. You must define like confidence levels, fallback, UX, user trust. Okay, it's not like you purchase a product, you have the thin line saying, hey, this has a discount up to 50% if you buy, I don't know, $1 million or something. Or like in 1990s, where Pepsi, I don't know if you know the story, actually had an advertisement saying that if you get 7 million points, you will get a jet. I don't know if you know about this. There's actually a good Netflix show about this one. They had to increase the points because someone actually tried to get the jet. You have success criteria here. Traditional PM is clear and binary. Okay, but for AI PMs, it's fuzzy because how do you determine if it was useful, how it's correct or not? Okay, and finally, the team collaboration. PM, design, engineering, as traditional PM, now have more to work with. We have data scientists, ML ops, trust and safety, legal. Okay, I would argue that legal might be here as well for the counseling, but yeah, okay. And these are the key AI-specific feasibility questions that we need to ask ourselves and or the team. Do we have the data? Do we have access to the data? Can we use them? Okay, do we refresh the data daily, hourly, weekly, depending on the model we want to build or the feature that we want to build? Is it legal to actually work on this data? Because, okay, we're in Europe, all right? And if we have GDPR says that data should not leave the EU. What if we're using OpenAI and the data actually go to US or not? Which data go to US? Do the customers agree? Do the data include personal data, sensitive data, or not? The model feasibility. We have the engineers saying, hey, this model performs well or not. Okay. But, you know, I can see myself back in the day trying to test the feature. It was very, very easy because I was just checking to see if the button actually works, right? If the form submits and actually gets the result. But with this one, I have to have a full conversation to see if it actually gets the data. Because when I said earlier about testing our own AI agent, we're trying to tell him to learn about the data and actually make calculations. So I was trying to ask again and again, get me this number from this range, from this data set. It was wrong. And I'm replying, this number is wrong. Yes, you're right. I have to recalculate. Nice, thank you. We have the inference feasibility. This is about how long does it take. Put some more money, perhaps you might have more speed, or not. It depends. Should you run this offline with dedicated GPUs or not? We have the explainability and trust, as we said before. Can the model explain its output? Does it make sense? Can users correct or overwrite bad responses? We have ethical compliance feasibility. Could this be unfair, biased, or manipulated? Does it have the necessary guardrails for that? Are we, as said before, GDPR compliant, especially data sourcing and outputs? Do we need human oversight? Perhaps you might need to. And then we have the iteration strategy. How do you improve your model from iteration to iteration, from day to day, from week to week, so that you actually get value for your customers? That's all for part 2. I might be a little early, but I'm okay. Do you have any questions right now, because we are here and we have time? Yeah. Yes, can we have a microphone? Or actually, you can speak up.
Yes. Hello, nice presentation. I come from the business analysis area, so you didn't ask about my...
Yes, I didn't ask, sorry.
Business analysis, scoping, prioritization, So I guess the same specialization is needed from the business analysis side as well.
It needs specialization. Okay, so I can repeat the question here for everyone to listen here. How do you see collaboration with business analysts and product owners in the area of AI and product managers in general? Okay. I would say that the expectation is to know about the AI. If you don't know, then you have to be familiar with. So if we go about transformation, okay, it's not about one individual. You have to transform the entire company, entire team. Okay, it's like agile, back in the day, transformation, and other things. So my expectation as a product manager or as a product leader in AI would be to understand, to give the right data and the right scope to my business analysts, right? To know how the analysis that they will do will actually be in favor of my scope and my outcome. So if the question is if my expectation of these people is to know about AI, yes, there is expectation to know. Okay, because we have the same context. It's like again, playing in a football, and they have the team trying to score on the one goal, and the other one trying to score on a different goal. How will you align, right? Do you have any other question? I'm sorry, yes. The expectation of the user? Yes, that's easier, I believe. First of all, when we release a feature that's AI-powered, we always have the annotation, as you know that you have used models or ChatGPT, that it might make mistakes, right? So you start from there, which is about trust, and saying, okay, be careful what your input, you have your expectations. And then the first part is for us to know that, the users to know that they have an actual person backing up if something goes wrong, right? Especially for agentic agents. So you have an agent that you say, hey, create me this record or something. We have to make sure that it actually makes the right API calls. If something goes wrong, we'll delete my data. So this is about trust again and the expectation of the user. So we try to have always a human back there. If something happens, support, and stuff like that. And the third part is about continuously improving. And if something goes wrong, like I said before, it's gone. The fallback UX. If it doesn't work, just fall back on the normal thing. Just click it, don't chat with someone. But this, I have to accompany this with a press release, with a commercial release, to let the user know that, hey, we're releasing this feature, but it might have these flaws. It's an alpha, it's a beta. From my experience, there are a lot of users that disregard these emails, these notifications. I don't know why. I know actually they receive a lot of items, because if you are a tool and not the main tool of their lives, you just one email on their huge email list. So, okay, hey, just another email. Okay, but you have to remind the users. Prompts into the application, product tours. Hey, we're listening. Hey, be careful. Hey, we're improving. You can fall back. You can open or close the feature flag if you have. Do we have any other questions? I know that something is keeping you from the lunch break, which is me. There is plenty of food there. Do you have any other questions? All right, guys, thank you very much. You can have